Alright, episode 5 is now unlocked. So we're getting about to the halfway point, and I'm going to assume 6 and 10 might not have any boss fights? I don't know. Let's just jump into it. Nothing here either. This warehouse is hidden in the woods. It would be a perfect location for his farm. Mo's face did not betray her disappointment, but their fatigue was impossible to hide completely. He is steadily advancing his preparation for the ritual. I must find a location for Joseph Kerwin as soon as possible. Monsters hid in the shadows of the society of the predators that covet human blood and devour the human body and soul. They are called vampires. Laura is a veteran vampire hunter who has hunted these foul beasts since she was a child. So here's the dear friend of Baron for blah blah. For the past several months, Laura had battled Baron blah. The vampire blah blah blah. Most vampire humans are been corrupt. Blah 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 blah. I'm texting, that's why I'm going blah blah blah, because blah 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 blah. And now I'm actually reading it in my head as I go blah blah blah, and it's really confusing me. After destroying the vampire with the stake through the heart, Mora searched the castle. She discovered letters that caused her concern. The latest postmark was very recent, but the correspondence seemed to go back to the 18th century, if the dates were to be believed. The name of his address was Joseph Kerwin. Many of the letters were encrypted and written in code. These took a full week to decipher. I heard the name of Julian Carswell, the necromancer of London. Julian Carswell, the necromancer of London, well, to think that he was originally a sorcerer from this country? She was able to ascertain the following. Edward Hutchington and Joseph Kerwin studied magic for the 17th in a century. America during the 17th century. The town's name is Salem. It is located in Massachusetts and was eventually swallowed up by Arkham City. As the location of the notorious witch trials of 1692, it has been tarnished. Its name has been tarnished. I think it's still around. The clergy is the same everywhere you go, though they should be stamping out the blood of evil. They are content on trampling innocence. Oh, you speak as of such. Have you seen such a thing yourself? Whoa. Maria quickly readied her sledgehammer, searching for the area for a presence. It doesn't seem as though such a little girl could swing a sledgehammer as easily as tall as she is. Ah, I see. You are a crossbred. You are the crossbreed. Your gloominess is different than the sorcerer's youth. The girl that suddenly called out to Mora seemed to be about the same age. Moray, Antique's black dress, was in stark contrast to the girl's white dress that revealed her limbs. Shall I guess you're a Dimphar, correct? Yes, I am the Kinslayer. You don't seem to be mere human either. That's right, my name is Al Azif, the spirit of the Necronomicon, the most powerful Grimoire. Necronomicon, I've heard of that name. Yeah, are we talking about Cthulhu now? Are you scared? And the root of evil that has caused much chaos and tragedy in the Dark Age Europe in the 14th century, you have destroyed an entire country. Mora speaks sincerely, as though reading from a historical textbook. Al, who had been listening proudly until now, began to protest against Moriba sudden Dionsiba. Wait, that does not concern me. It had to have been a poor copy of, or counterfeit, that caused it. Prepare to die, Necronomicon. Don't waste your breath. Ah, you must listen to my story. That's as fast as I can read without stumbling. I'd rather just try to speed through it, get maybe about a paragraph right, and then stumble over a couple sentences and do it in half the time than I would actually take the time to read it and to pronounce, you know, and to make sure everything's pronounced right. Boom, big hit. Ooh. Too bad Psycho-Pass Girl sucks on this game. I really like that anime. Like, I haven't seen season 2. Or Psycho-Pass 2. I apologize. I'd really like to, though. At least I don't think I have. I'm pretty sure I haven't. I think I've only seen the first one. I would really like to watch it all, though, if I'm right and haven't seen the second one. I think I watched what was on Netflix, which I believe was like 40, or not 40, but 20 some episodes, maybe? I don't know. I watched it all with the one killer who could hide his psychopaths. And that was pretty cool. Double whammy. That was easy. Mora wins. What? That was really random. In the middle of the fight, I could not feel a thirst for blood in you. Why? I told you I didn't want to fight. Is that so? I do not recall in any case. You are not my enemy. What's wrong with you? Do you always attack first without listening to what others have to say? The enemy I'm chasing seems to have an influence over people in this town. I had no time to judge, friend or foe. Oh, now I'm all dirty because of you. Anyway, let's go somewhere else. I'll have you tell me what you know. Yes, let's exchange information. My name is Mora, as I am, as you say, a vampire hunter. I am Al, as if I'll ask you to pay for my dry cleaning. The two return to the town in Mora's car. Here, this is my miserable little shack. This room is too small to sleep comfortably, but I see that it's been soundproofed. We don't want to hear anyone, so it will do. So, Grimoires, sleep. That's the first I've heard of it. Okay, so how much have you heard so far? Joseph Curwen, the sorcerer, disappears from Salem. They were probably marked by the church, but the necromancers of Salem made the first move and disappeared. Afterwards, Hutcherson lurked in Transylvania and learned about the vampire legend, eventually turning himself into Baron Fernesi, whatever. And Curwen continued his studies in Providence, America, until raising suspicion and fleeing overseas. Later, he wrote his identity through various names and social positions, traveling through Europe and contacting an old friend. Sorcerers are rigorous letter writers and record keepers. That's how I was able to follow their trace. So those kind of people are exhibitionists. They're really not satisfied with uncovering and learning ancient lore. More or less, they can't help but practice their knowledge and end up revealing themselves at some point. It certainly seems as though this Curwen guy is such a man. He become well known in Providence. He just went too far. It happens a lot. But this Curwen fellow, he's not a vampire, is he? The monsters we call vampires don't just drink blood of the living. There are vampires that sustain their existence by draining human vitality or spirit. Mind flayers, you mean? Indeed, indeed, they consume human life to prolong their own. I suppose you call them vampires. Most of them are the empty shells of sorcerers or necromancers. They are a parasite on human society. Yes, a parasite. They place their soul into an artifact vessel. I've never seen artifact spelled like that before. I thought it always spelled with an I. Or familiar and use human bodies like disposable vehicles. This man called Curwen is such a man. I believe he has transferred his soul to stolen corpses at least 3 times, according to his letters. He has used the false name, identity, and social statuses of both Julian Carsmell and Julian Carstairs. I have a strange thought. Do you think he's using Vermius Mystery? You mean like the High on Fire album? The Notorious Gilmore? The High on Fire album, the Grimoire, written by Ludwig Prynne, the sorcerer of the 16th century, was burned at the stake. The Forbidden Tomb contains heretical formulas about gods worshipped in ancient Egypt, and the god of worms and decay and mire by King Solomon. The soul of the devil brought hastes not from this charnel clay, but fats and instructs the gnawing worm. This my father Abdullah has written. If I recall correctly, the necromancer of Arkham City Snake Den is known as the Lord of the Worm. I hear the leader of the Snake Den fashioned himself as an apostle of Beelzebub. Al winked winkled her nose. How do you do that? An apostle of blah blah blah, the Lord of the Flies, huh? I bet he's just a filthy and disgusting man as grubs that infest rotting flesh. No, not a man, at least his body is not. I'm sorry, what do you mean? In his letter, he so proudly written that the corruption of the body was so advanced that he was taking a woman's body soon. When I met her in Miss Tanakuza, I wasn't convinced yet, but she disappeared 2 soon afterwards, which means there's no question about it. Mayor Chief Dexter Ward's primary secretary, Ethica. She is in the present vessel of Joseph Kerwin, the Necromancer. Indeed, by the way, I believe I've heard the name you mentioned, Carstars, before. A short time later, Moose rose to the street. Al, the passenger seat. Geez, I can't get in contact with him when I need to. What a rotten detective. So, is this information you have is true? Well, aside from his personality, his information gathering ability is top notch. Julian Carstairs, the antiquarian, secretly owns a secret villa that doesn't appear on any real estate register. It's written in his files. Then, what's he after? I don't know. Joseph Kerwin's purpose is twofold. First, take the bloody Mayor Ward. Take the body of Mayor Ward, his descendant as his new vessel. Second, summon the Silver Key, the artifact that will open... I wonder if artifact was just spelled wrong back there. I will open the gate to the outer world and call forth a god into his body. Ah, it's even more hackeyed than I thought. These black magicians are totally useless. A little racist. We're here according to the map. This is a mansion. This is the mansion. Oh, it's quite the suspicious mansion, don't you think? But look, it looks like someone got here before us. Blah, blah, blah. Episode 6 unlocked. Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5 left. Let's just do it. Let's just jump right into it. I'm going to take a drink real quick. So I apologize what you hear. Mugen answered feebly while looking into something resembling a pipe. Oh, what's going on? It's a little early for the curtain call. Oh, we need an intermission to set the stage. You're really keeping watch, aren't you? Hey, what's this you're looking into? This is Kaleidoscope. In Japan, it's called a mankiki. I don't know. We're walking around Arkham City. It was found in an antique shop ran by some Japanese guy. Can you see something cool in there? When we bought it, it had a very beautiful pattern inside, but if you keep turning it like this, it will cast on that infinite colors. Okay. Hee, all in one, and one for all of limitless being and self, the opener of the way. Infinite color, yoga, whatever. Yes, it's really after a while since to have been called by that, whatever. You picked up the shattered fragments so tenderly and reassembled the remnants of a broken cosmos. If I gather the pieces of many eggs and assemble them into the one, do you think something will grow inside? Yes, something will be born. That's what eggs are for. An eggshell is the boundary line between worlds. The outside world surrounds the inside world, and the inside surrounds the outside. Something will be born, therefore, there before long. That's the secret of birth of the universe. That's providence. But the shell divides into two worlds, and nothing can pass through. The inside world can't be the same as the outside world. Heat passes through the shell, and besides, any egg will hatch before too long. Nitro plus royal heroin duels. What was that born from that egg? Yes, it was born from Al-Azif's daughter, Another Blood. Very mischievous but reliable stage manager. Oh, so it's like that. The daughter of the Grimoire Moray Necronomicon. The manuscript written in blood, Another Blood, called upon the parallel worlds to kill time. It's a battle royale that feels like a carnival in a world of nightmare and insanity. That was the mad spree Another Blood was hoping for, and at the same time, because that happened, Another Blood was born. That's a confusing story. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Whoa, that's scary. Even the god of destruction is so near you managed to put together such an elaborate stage. It's the internally moving kaleidoscope, and don't satisfied with merely destroying the old gods. That was worded really weird. Absorbing the flames of that, finally destroying the eternally infinite microcosm, the hideous god of destruction, the god-killing sword, demon bane, the vortex blaster. Ah, yes, it's almost come. But an instant is eternity. But an instant is eternity. Isn't that what Einstein said? Time is flexible. For you, Yog, you can have as much time as you like. You can stretch an instant into infinite time. For a tortoise is slow, but in the time it takes for Achilles to take a single step, the tortoise is already a step ahead. Achilles will never catch the tortoise, not while it's caught in Yog's loop. Why it's caught in Yog's loop. Hee hee hee. That's got. I hate reading. That's like, I don't mind. Like, I can read in my head just fine. Like, I can read this without a problem and keep up with it. But like, I just can't read it out loud. Like, here, okay. I apologize. I'm going to be skipping through some of this. This is just bullshit anyway. So if you want to read this, feel free to pause. But I'm going to read this in my head just to show you how faster I can read in my head than I can to actually speak it. See? Like, that's how much faster I can read in my head than I can over top of that. I don't like the Humpty Dumpty reference. That was kind of dumb, at least I thought, but whatever. This whole egg talk is dumb, but come on now, that's in bad taste, kind of daughter, blah blah blah. But I'm the evil version of Kusunoka. I do bad things because I want an adult to scold me. Children do it all the time. Okay, let's put an end to the spoilers. The intermission stops here. Let's begin the final act. The Corpse of Charles D. Ward. Yes, please. Can we move on? Yay! Episode 7. I think, like I said, I think we're just going to keep on rolling. You know what I mean? Finish this out. As I take a drink of delicious tea. Straight from the jug because there's not very much left. Why waste a cup, right? Why waste a cup when you just drink from the jug? In one room, mummies from an ancient kingdom wrapped in yellow cloth leaned slightly against a wall. In another, disgusting wreckage of a victim's body lie upon a bed like the subject of a bizarre experiment. In another room, steel shelves were filled with jars full of phosphorescent. In yet another chair was placed in the center of the room. A small shadow was cast. The person in the chair or whatever. Brother? It's a young girl clad in an Orient Hanfu. Yes, my brother, it's okay. Really plays with guests, right? It is a dead voice. Voice of Dogi. I don't know. Whatever. In order to ambush the intruders who have found their way into the mansion. So we're gonna get ambushed. Yay! Go straight to the fight. This makes me happy. What also makes me happy is we're almost done. Only a few more to go, and then we're done. I gotta be honest with you. I'm kind of done with this game. Oh, what the hell? I forgot this chick kind of sucks. Roundhouse. Roadhouse. Oh. Hey, come here. Oh, okay, so some of those things give you support. So remember when I was like... Ah, so if I just stand here, I get like bonus points, like bonus stuff. Oh, okay. Oh, that hurt me really bad. I'd like to know how I actually did that. I just kept pressing the same buttons. Okay, so like some of them are like support characters. Like how she was giving me extra bonus stuff. Remember when I was like, what is she doing? She's like doing nothing the one time. Wait, no. You would know that because that was when I was playing with Ethica and it didn't record right. I just want to grab your face. Come here. Ooh, that was cool. You know what? We need good music. Let's just keep doing this. We've almost got her. Boom, got her. But yeah, like the story of this game kind of sucks. It's just kind of like an aftermath, like kind of thing. Just something to tag along. Hey, what's going on? I'm not done playing. I can't damage her with these bullets. This is a tough enemy. I'll say it now. A handgun is useless, even if you shoot it in the head. What is this? Some sort of voodoo zombie? Hoodoo you voodoo. It's slightly different than a zombie. It's called a Changsha. In China, they're undead that are active at midnight. The truth is, the necromancer constructed this for his own amusement. Okay, but this is no common shop. Blah, blah. The necromancer used parts of a various girls and implanted the brains of a martial artist and his sister. Being able to be controlled by it, act brother, blah blah blah. It's typical of necromancers using as guard something. I'm not even paying attention, I'm texting. My bad! There's no countermeasure? No, there is no secret spell or Taoist amulet that we can use, and I don't see any peachwood swords around either. Using human remains as a doll, it's so despicable. There are no good necromancers. We do have time to lose, so I'm going to go get violent. I'm gonna have to get violent. Okay. So what are you going to do? This. No fur coat. Many grenades. Cool. The table looks strong enough to use as a shield. Cover your ears or lose your hearing. Just pull the pins of several grenades before N had a chance to react. Knocking over the heavy table, N jumped behind it. Safety. Ignis followed shortly thereafter, pulling. Following on top of a flash of light, the sound of explosion and a shockwave strong enough to rattle the mansion shook the room. Did we blow up that little girl? Well then. Ignis climbed out from behind the table, and white hands and feet were scattered around the room. Alright, I guess it's true what they say. You can really destroy with fire. That was rash. I'm not going to take on each and every one of these things. I wanted to find out where she was from. There's no use. She probably an amalgam of several people, a hybrid. She was probably held together by several different human skins. By the way, does it make me a murderer to kill a dead body? That's not for me to decide. You have to ask the judge. Oh, there's no sense of humor, you know. We were attacked and just attacked as we entered the mansion. It's got to be more enemies. We're having an investigative conversation. Mind if I butt in? Hey now, this is some kind of class reunion. That girl is a vampire hunter you told me about. Yes, but the other one is a problem. It's been a long time, investigator. Right? The last time I saw you was in Windshire during the cuckoo hunting. The spirit of the magical tome, Necronomicon Owl, is a vampire hunter, your new master? Too bad. She's She's no, too bad, but she is no sorcerer. I came to this town looking for information on Randolph Carter. Randolph Carter, the missing horde rider? He was a close friend of Dr. Armitage of the Miskatonic University. I never met him, but I heard a lot about him. That's right, it's too bad, but by the time I arrived to this country, it was already too late. However, somehow or other, he disappeared. Disappearance led me to this case. Charles Ward, the mayor, Alfred Jeremiah, the ringmaster, and Randolph Carter, the writer. All three were friends. The heir to the Howdo Financial Group was their friend too, but he didn't seem to be involved. According to Kerwin's letters, he is searching for the silver key of the Carter family. The Carter family of Arkham are descendants of the first Randolph who served a British queen. They are a long line of sorcerers, but suddenly Carter went missing holding the silver key. And for that reason, did you speak? Whatever. I wanted to catch Ethica Kerwin. I see, now that all makes sense. What do you mean? The silver key is some sort of displacement device. By using the correct incantations, I can move to any place or time. This is what I think Mayor Ward and Bubba were going to look for the friend who disappeared. That's why it seemed like the parchment didn't only show how to activate the key though. It also included a summoning spell. Was she a spy from the beginning or being controlled? He seemed to find through Ethica, the mayor's bodyguard. In order to procure the silver key, he murdered the mayor and whatever that guy's name is. But that seems rather impulsive. He would be growing impatient. The body Kerwin was using begun to rot away. Competition from other cults left him with few servants. He had to choose a dead body to use, therefore he was going to use the body of Charles, his descendant, and kill two birds with one stone. No, but that's not all. If Kerwin attains the silver key, he will open up a gate to Outer Realm. He probably intends on summoning the great old ones and their servants in order to gain their power. You're back, that's correct. I've heard the rumors of Kerwin's assassin, a mechanized doll. That's something you don't see every day, while the master does blah blah blah. I will cut you down as many. Let's rock. We're gonna get two fights in one mission. Wow, that's new. And why are we fighting with just her? Can we use somebody else out of that lineup instead of her? What is this, third time fighting her now? Excuse me. Let's rock, punk. That was cool. There it goes. I was like, why won't that work? It wouldn't like go off for some reason. I don't know if I was in the middle of comboing just way too much, just being too awesome, or... Oh! She waited for me. What do you do? Nothing. Okay. Apparently that. What in the world? Come on, I got you. I got you. Do you actually know what you're doing when you play this game? Not a clue. Ooh. No wonder she takes so long to load up, though. The bee, the second chick. We're gonna use her, though. What the heck? Like her clothes come off. Boom. Victory. This has been a long episode. Really long episode. Texting. What? What did I miss? I feel the presence of a worm in her. Maybe it's because of her clockwork. But this is poor magic. Poor magic indeed. This is terribly cheap magic. The owl smiled wickedly as she tore open the maid blouse. Between her breasts was a throbbing black bruise. Alright. Owl's right hand stabbed into her chest, exploding into magical sigils that drifted over the girl's body. She shouted in wretched joy. This should be painful. The worm's inside of you. At least in their last thrones. No. This is weird. Smoke gushed out of her mouth, eyes, mouth, and nose, while vicious liquids filled with dead maggots flowed from every orifice. Oh. Wait. Is this okay? Huh? I just killed the bugs that had invaded and taken control of her now. Huh? How? This is my power. There are none that compare. Sorry to interrupt, but didn't she just say something? My duty was to keep you here as long as possible. No, that means the house shook violently the instant that Ian spoke. Ah, I knew it. Huh? What should I do? I was distracted. Hurry, get outside. The bombs set through the mansion began to explode in turn. The trap was meant to catch the police and investigators in one fell swoop. But not only the intruders, the necromancer intended to turn his own loyal servants into sacrifices. The mansion of the dead was no more. Alright. Episode 8, and you know what? I'm going to take another drink, and I say we just keep right on going. Fools! You fell straight into my trap. The necromancer in form of Ethica looked down at Arkham from atop a spire, cackling. You silly idiots. Oh, you imbeciles. In one fell swoop, I've taken care of all who stand in my way. Thank you, darling Amstida, my cute little piece of junk. After today, I'll never think of you again. Oh, now there's nothing left to worry about with this. All my preparations are complete. The ritual will start with a new day. Saya stood nearby motionless. The blank look on her face made her look like a doll. Now the final act, the prima donna's song. It's your turn, my little Saya's cakes. You've got to let everybody hear your beautiful voice. Ethica held Saya between her arms. She moved, an abominable snake coiling around its prey. Goodbye, Arkham City. Hello, new Necropolis. I don't like that name. All for me, by me, and all mine. Finally, I can shed this skin and don another. My reincarnation is at hand. Thus, a morning rose. Hell followed. I'm not even going to attempt to read this. The necromancy incantation, a consuration to dark gods written in the tome of High on Fire, reverberated through Arkham City. Shrieks, roars, and screams. A large whirling eddy of dark clouds suddenly exploded in the skies above Arkham City. Otherworldly colored lightning dancing up above. What in the world? This is the perfect portrait of the end of the world. Is it? Oh, poor Sonic, though. Oh, the god of meat. What? When in the city, large lumps of flesh appeared, glistering with rust. Red, murk, seething with blah blah blah. The fleshy growths enveloped highways, buildings, and anyone unfortunate to be caught walking in the streets early in the early morning. Man, I cannot speak. Damn. Not only are heavy weapons ineffective, flamethrowers can't burn them away. Headquarters come in, please respond. I can't get in contact with N or Professor either if I don't do something. Oh look, it's a police officer. How do you thank you for your hard whatever. Cars are crashing everywhere. It's a big mess. Shouldn't you be out directing traffic, Ethica? Or should I say Joseph Kerwin? You may call me Lord of the Worm. What do you think of the show? Are you having fun? So it's as I thought. You called these things here. Mwah, you see, these are just chunks of flesh that inhabit another world, but they sure come hungry. These filthy things have no conscience. They'll be used as catalyst for the coming of the great old ones. Seiya, where are you? I hope you're alright. This girl is today's main guest. I'm taking very, very good care of her. Look. Seiya, what have you done to her? Oh, I just put her to sleep. I gave her a little something to help her be a good girl. You monster. This girl is just like one of these things. A disgusting creature you detest. Well, something more or less. Okay, so what are you doing to make her do whatever? You have a good perception. That's right. She's not human. Therefore, she can pronounce those words that no human voice can utter. You see, this girl is simultaneously the greatest priestess and the most powerful implement. Come now, the primary arrangements are complete. It's just about time to move on to the next stage. Say it, it's your turn. What is going on right now? Like, translucent wings appear to emerge from her. I feel like she's the chick from Sword Art, but I'm not 100% sure. I played Sword Art not too long ago, and I didn't pay attention either if she is the same chick. Impossible, the girl will only listen to me. If you want to stop her, you'll have to kill her. Can you do it? Just like then, you are a loyal policewoman dedicated to justice and order. What are you talking about? That time too, you hesitated in front of children and lowered your hands. Yes, just like mad mid-witch. I was in that town as well. You were one of those who interfered with my experiment. I have never forgotten your face. I'll kill you and tear you apart and tear your corpse to shreds. Whatever. I got close enough. Oh, that's too bad. This experiment's going to fail too. Huh? Who's this? Suddenly, a grating voice began chanting invocation. Grating and groaning. The sound was deafening. It was surely a roar of a demon. A single syllable and a single syllable in a savage language filled the magical, super condensed meaning a raw primal name. In the next instant, a sound shattering glass rippled across Arkham City sky. A hole tore open, revealed shimmering light. The light filtered down to I'm choking my own spit. My bad. Ow. I gotta take a drink. I'm choking my own spit. My bad. I Am Fire is, after all, but a child, 1,000 years younger than me. It just says, Kerwin's mansion went up in flames. Al summoned her Deus Machina Aeon, escaping with Mora and the others just in time. Deus Machina, the giant god-like machines that only the most powerful magical tomes can summon. Al currently without a sorcerer's contract is only able to summon a machine for an instant, but it was good enough to get out alive. And this allowed her, man, this is a long freaking chapter of just talk. Is anything actually going to happen? So happy, whatever. Can we get this going? So I'll say it again. Thank you for your hard work, Necromancer. I guess there's nothing to do about it. You have the silver key. But you know, Seiya is still serving me. Now it's time to come to this. I'll just have to call a god directly to her. I won't let that happen. In a flash, a girl wearing a maid outfit came between this two. You are an Amethysta. I am not Amethysta. Well, I might have been a long time ago, but now I'm Miss Anna of Belmont. Everyone explained to me, but I don't remember much, and they kept using weird words like demons and magic, and I don't get any of it. But I do get one thing: the cylinder inside my chest is ringing an alarm. I can tell that you are a very bad person. I've got a whole bunch of things to make up for, so I am not going to let Seiya be controlled by you like I was. Can we just rock? I'll turn a blind eye to your impudence. Oh, then there'll be one to face. Miss Seiya, I've come to save you. Whatever. Let's fight. Fight. Yes! Fight! Oh, we're fighting Seiya. What a twist! I wasn't expecting that. Go on, let's rock. I've never played as her, though. Dude, she is fast. This maid chick is. Oh, that move hurts yourself, like, pretty bad, actually. Yeah, this maid chick is amazing. I wanna know who her A is. What in the world? Excuse me. Okay. Cool. Yeah, the maid chick is awesome. Anna? Awesome. Anna's awesome. I have an idea. Watch. Did not really work. Peace. Oh, I hurt myself. I still stand by this maid chick. Anna is probably the best. She's probably the best person I've played with so far. She's awesome. Again. Oh, I think I blocked it that time. Just die already. She keeps blocking like everything. That's the annoying part. See? She would have been dead like 8 hits ago if she didn't keep blocking everything. She's blocking machine. Miss Seiya. Oh, I'm pretty sure, but I think that cleaned out all of the bad things that were in your body. Damn, I trumped card, and by a lowly puppet, you traitor. That's what they call poetic justice. Now, you're all that's left. This is it, Joseph Kerwin. I don't know how many hundreds of years you've been alive, but today is your day to die. Nice. Moving on to episode 9. So we got episode 9 and 10 left. There's only 2 more to go through, and that will be the end of Nitro Blasters, unless there's something extra. I do not know. Like I said, we're just going to jump in straight into 9. It's actually pretty early. This isn't taking as long as I thought, so that's awesome. As long as the dark gods sow chaos from the shadows of human society, there will be those who confront them and their worshippers. Though they realize the fluidity of their struggle, they will never stop fighting. Even though they are forced to use the power of the outer gods or even the great old ones, they search far and wide for the sealed knowledge of ancient myth and legend, and study the forbidden magic tomes of famous magi. They've gathered information of their adversary, master the rituals and magic of their enemies, for use it against them. Huh? There are investigators. This is the name given to these foolish, courageous people. Everywhere I go, these damn investigators won't leave me alone. Your dead cannot win against investigators. You have the relics obsessed with infinite time. You spend 10 years as blah blah blah. What does a human know? After all they can do is die like insects. Yes, that's right. What did you say? They attempt the impossible because they know no better. They may be fighting God. They may die fighting gods and demons, but there are more to take their place. So the humans will keep winning, even if thousands must die to achieve one small victory. You're impertinent little roach. That's right. I don't know. Impersistence, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what that word was. We're finally gonna go on to the last battle here. About freaking time. Well, maybe the last battle. We don't know. We don't know what number 10 holds for us. Oh man, got some good heavy metal going on in this episode. She's gonna be a block whore, ain't she? Oh man, both of hers are awesome. Ooh man. No. Ignis is awesome. Or Ingus. Whatever her name is, she's pretty sweet. I like her. Oh, hey. Oh, no, she... Oh, man. Oh. So yeah, now you're really starting to just get on my nerves now. More than anything. Got her! Oh man, I wasn't expecting that. I thought we were going to lose there for a minute. We were getting whooped. No, that's impossible. How can you defeat me like that? I just whooped you up and down this whole entire blood-filled place. This is really kind of gross. I need a shower after this. I don't know which of us is truly the insect. One could say he was defeated by the very humans he was trying to use. That's the death of some enthralled by magic. I suppose it'd be impossible to get any information out of her in this state. And you're safe. I'm fine. I suffered a small burn, but I can move on my own. I mean, I hope that the nightmare that begun that night in flames can end here. Yes, I think so. But where is Seiya? There she is. Look over there. Al pointed to the sky. A portal to another world was at that moment closing. Seiya floated on a flower-petaled wings before the gate. Thank you. I remember now. If I go through here, I can go back to where I was born. I see. That's great, Seiya. Hey, can I ask you one favor? Can you put some flowers on that poor old man's grave for me? Seiya waved one last time as she fell through the portal to another dimension. I was never able to listen to her song, and thus the menace of Joseph Curwell was eradicated, and time passed. The missing remains of Mayor Ward was found with the other stolen bodies in Hangman's Hill. Perhaps this is where the ritual was planned to take place. Gotta sneeze. Excuse me. After the mayor's remains were interred in the Christian whatever. Hey, what happened to that maid? She said she had no relatives. She received a stay of execution and made bail. She found a job at the Final. Oh, the maid corpse. I'll never understand how rich think. How the rich think. Even so, I'm still not comfortable with the way this ended. I still don't feel like it's over. Yeah, Randolph Carter still hasn't returned, and the occult threats are still out there. And the book Kerwin kept high on fire still hasn't been found. Necromancers live forever by switching bodies. They tell themselves it is to pursue wisdom, but they are only afraid of dying. But that means that they won't accept death. Their aberrant fear drives them to find ways to escape death at all costs. I won't be surprised if we ever run into him again. And so, mysterious case that gripped Arkham City was closed. The silver-clad guardian angel of the demon capital had yet to appear, and the immaculate blade rested beneath the Hadou Manor. And yet people fought with all their strength and wisdom to achieve peace. However, we know that somewhere in this town a terrifying darkness was consolidating power. That the day would come when the snake called Chaos would rear up again. Carwin, yes, I am immortal. I can be resurrected time and time again. A shadow crept in the corner of Dragon. Oh, knocked my headphones. My cord right out of my headphones. That was kind of hurt, actually. Because they like ripped down on my ears. You can read this as I fix my headphones. There it goes. The master has taken special notice of the stubborn vitality. You are the blonde brats. He called out from the shadows to a lonely girl in an attempt to find a new host. Somehow the face resembled Al, but with a dress as dark as night. We know who this is. It's Kerwin's arch enemy, the Black Magician of Arkham City, Sylvester. Perhaps this is something that serves the blonde demon known as the Beast of the Book of Revelations. Joseph Kerwin kept the high on fire. I am here on my master's order. She didn't want to be there. Her dark green eyes were afloat with disgust and her contempt. And Joseph Kerwin, the maggot necromancer, enjoyed doing whatever possible to vex such people. I am such bad shape to be pitted by my enemies. Oh, how shameful. Oh well, I suppose I'll just have to become that guy, Sylvester's adjutant. Hey, what's your name? After signing in resignation, the girl replied, "Please call me Etherita." That's a weird name. To be continued in Deus Ex Machina Demon Blade. Which maybe, I guess, is episode 10. Guys, I think we're just going to jump right into this. And just see what episode 10 is. Time has come to talk about many things. Of shoes and ships and stealing wax. Of cabbage and kings. And why the sea is boiling hot. And of shattered universes. Oh, finally you make an appearance. Aren't you being a little pretentious? I knew you were here all along too. The one behind the scenes who created this world, making us fight for some unknown reason. I figured they would be close by. Behind the scenes, no. The one who creates the game, sets up the game, and plays the game, enjoying it up close. I'd call that person the gamekeeper, Mugen. Oops, spoiled before we even had a chance to say. I suppose you're all wondering why I've gathered you here. But what of Ronald Knox' 10 Commandments of mystery? The detective must not himself commit the crime. Rules are made to be broken. What's going on? I just want to go back to Belmont. I'd like to tell you now the reason for gathering us, forcing us into violence, making us act in that movie. What's going on? What's going to happen? Allow me to explain it. Allow me to explain in as much time from an instant stretched into infinity. Whatever. These are all doors. Wow, there's nothing here, but there are doors everywhere. But what's that? This is called the Ultimate Gate, by those who seek starry wisdom. Each cycle of death and rebirth since the beginning of time in the eternally infinite microcosm is connected to these doors. I don't freaking know. However, look, understand? It looks like it's been broken. That's right, every single one of these doors without exception are broken beyond hope of repair. Each cycle of death and rebirth since the birth of time in the eternally infinite, annihilated by a trace. Everything has disappeared, good and bad, holy and evil, all has returned to nothingness. Even the pain, thought, lost, and the world swore to protect, and the love wanted to return is gone. So in other words, you mean this is right? That is, all the universes were destroyed long ago. This of course includes our original worlds as well. But what? I'm so glad that understanding, yes, it has been all eradicated by the God of judgment who descend upon the age of sin, the God of decide who laid to ruin all evil gods, Demon Blade, the greatest of Magnus Kuroran Daiju, my dear father, he. You are. Please call me another. At one time I was the gamekeeper and took dark pleasure in assembling broken worlds for my amusement. Now I suppose you can stay? You can say I am like an assistant. Man, I'm having a hard time reading. Let's assume that this universe is the world. Let's assume that this universe, this world, is ruled by a pantheon of dark gods, and that these gods called evil ones were a plague that corrupted the world. At the very moment that exterminated everything, what would happen to the universe where the gods have died? A world without God? It would certainly be a place without pleasure and sadness or even pain. The battle between the demon Bane and the evil gods of creation should have continued in perpetuity, occurring karma throughout eternity. But this was not to be so. The Bane of demons lived up to its name, annihilating the dark gods of this realm. The ultimate incantation that breaks the cycle of karma, Ouroboros Blaster. The final shot fired by Deus Machina after absorbing Gailu destroyed not only Azov and his universe, but cause and effect as well. The result, all the universe that existed exists now, and should exist, have been blighted from existence. One more compare to the rest of the sight of an aged tree stricken with death, dried branches so that its leaves cannot but rot on its burrows. Sounds complicated, so I don't really get it, but it sounds like kind of strange. If what you say is true, all the universes were destroyed, then no, there is something more important. Mugen Yugimura, in the end, what is it you're trying to do? End the end, and begin the beginning. That's the only thing. That's the only thing quest for. They have some weird wording in this. Extending the final instant of Daima Machina, in which all is destroyed, so we can gather the remains of each lost universe. For the order to open a door doesn't exist into the final remaining universe, creating the parallel universes from which to salvage. At one time, scraped together fragments of Owl and gave life in order to force memories of all different realities to merge. At another time, replaying the log of a real life incident to reproduce the Silver Key, an artifact capable of opening a door to anywhere. Geesh, what a role you made me play. But the monster is always a star of monster movies, right? Huh? I was the leading role. Hey, if that's the case, why didn't I get more love scenes, right, Anna? Huh? Oh, I feel so ashamed just thinking about it. It's just gibberish. She's stuttering. Automata can't stutter too, huh? Automata can stutter too. You don't have to be rivals. Whatever. I don't care anymore. 2 scattered treasures. Whatever. Okay, here the star, as always, appears at last. You weren't even in this entire thing. Oh, what do you mean? I do not know the reason, but I am unspeakable. Whatever. The source is Nitro Wars, so what's this shining trumpet anyhow? I read above it one day in one of Daddy's books, The Shining in Order. Nah, whatever. I heard of it as well. A jet black polyhedron from outer space. You've created a space using its powers. Now I get it. But isn't that impossible? No matter how impossible it seems, it has already happened. There's nothing to be done about it. It's a non sequitur plot twist. We're using a totally absurd entrance, so you'll enjoy it anyway. Huh? But Oku was brought here by Mugen after fighting against the Black Owl, and I was just floating around strange space. Oh, maybe it's the Aku, after Nitro Wars, that has found her way to us. Today is tomorrow, yesterday is today. It's not like cause and effect have any hold here in the end, so why not? What? I'm totally confused. I feel like I'm being tricked. Now it's time to resurrect and rebirth, blah blah blah. Come on, Silver Key. I don't care anymore. Another blood? You're laughing like a villain for some reason. I've been waiting for this moment. Oh, we gotta fight her now? I don't think so. I'm just kind of reading this in my head right now. Just try to get ahead. I hate reading out loud because I stumble so much over it that it's like, it's ridiculous. Like, I was that way in school too. Like, they were like, can you read in class? And I'm like, I guess. Like, do you really want me to? And I knew as soon, I never thought about it, but I knew as soon as I started doing the whole gaming thing. What is up with my voice cracking? That is getting on my nerves. I knew when I started doing the whole gaming thing that I would be really bad about, I'd be really bad about doing the reading. Why does my voice, is it because of my sinuses draining or something? Like, I've been having sinus problems with weather change and stuff, and I don't know. Maybe it's because I've been talking too long. I've been like, this is the most talking I've ever done in a session because I basically haven't stopped. I've been reading everything like crazy. I just don't care anymore. I'm just ready for this to be over with, or at least get into another fight if there's another fight. I understand. It's just like this game just has a bunch of unnecessary gibberish. I think we're just gonna fight her. You're like, you're blazing through this. Yeah, I am. Yeah, we are. We're just gonna fight her. No. No, 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 no. Oh, I hate this chick. Oh. We got the bug chick for the last one too. Dude, man, we whooped her this time. We demolished her, man. That was ridiculous. We've never been able to beat her like that. That was amazing. So I like this chick. She's awesome. Anyone that I can blast this punk with makes me like... What do you do? Oh, I got her. That's... Oh, man. Boom! Look at that. Demolished her this time around. That was amazing. Oh, we done? I think we're done. Is she going to die? I feel sort of bad for her. No, another blood will return. Summer. Yada yada yada. And us too, I suppose. It looks like my body is disappearing. I'm getting a little excited. By the name of Infinite Colors, resurrection is promised. Yahoo! Oku can keep going. I'm sick of sitting on the beach. It looks like it's over. So it's not over because it's like. See, this is like what I'm talking about. It's like it just has like nonsense constantly. It's like, all right, I get it. It's like it'll say to get 1 point across, it'll make like 9 different sentences, and you're like, it'll give you a whole paragraph from like 3 different people, and you're like, are you kidding me? The end, beginning. So let's go. Time to meet at the end. Time to meet again at the end of the event horizon. When D and Y and N have gathered, all shall be overturned, and all will be restored. All is compelled by fate and chance. I am Yog Sothoth, Twister of Worlds. This is the end of Nitro Blasters, and now to be continued to the weird tales of DNY freaks. Is this it, or are we getting another thing? Let's skip off. That it? Yeah, okay. Well then, we got more story. I mean, we could do, but I'm not going to. Anyway, guys, how do we get these guys then? How are these still locked up? But guys, yeah, that has been Nitro Blasters Plus. I hope you've enjoyed it. It's definitely been pretty interesting, I guess, kinda. I don't know. It's been kind of disappointing. It's definitely been one of the weaker games, in my opinion. It's just kind of one of those games where I don't know. I just don't really care for it. You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of. I'm just probably gonna play a computer just to talk a bit. But it's kind of just one of those games where I just. You know, it's just one of them things where I just thought it was kind of mediocre-ish. It wasn't like all that great. It was just kind of. Sure. We'll just fight Sonico. It's just kind of one of them games that it was just kind of. I don't really care. It's just kind of one of them games where it's just kind of there to play. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't anything special or all that good. The story mode to them pretty well sucked, I thought. I thought this, you know, the story, to have the individual characters and stuff, it's fine, but at least make it a little bit more interesting, you know. It was just kind of like one of them things where I just thought it was just kind of like, you know, when I played through as Ethica, it was basically the exact same thing as when I played through with Sonico. There was little to no difference at all between the stories. I want to die. I'm actually gonna lose. Gotcha, didn't I? It was just, you know, as I played through with Ethica, it was basically the same story as Sonico, but the only differences was like a paragraph here or there. For the most part, it was exactly the same, and it was pretty meh. And I mean, it led to the exact same thing, and I don't really care to go through like 12 different versions of that, you know. It'd take up like 2 videos. It would just be, it would be kind of pointless to do. There's a couple games coming out here in the future that I really, coming out Tuesday, which by the time this is uploaded, this should upload tonight. So, well, tomorrow at some point, whatever. Double whammy. Whatever. Tomorrow is Friday. Well, today is Friday. It is past midnight. No, it's not. It's 8 minutes to midnight. But anyway, so tomorrow, it's Friday. Man, we're not going to play a rematch. I'm just going to talk over the title screen because I don't even know if anybody's watching right now. But anyway, I just wanted to say that if you are watching, 2 new games coming out Tuesday. I cannot wait to cover. Just trying to get this and Life is Strange done. Like I said, I apologize if I, have uploaded a lot of the same games here recently and not giving you much as variety as I normally do. But I'm definitely going to be handling my channel a different way coming up in the future. I think I'm going to actually make a little bit of a video about that right now at this very moment. But anyway, guys, if you like this, feel free to give a thumbs up. And if you're new, subscribe or share however you see fit. I'll steal that line from Slipgator. I don't care. But anyway, guys, that comes to close to Nitro Blasters Plus. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Like I said, it was just kind of a alright game. If you find it for under $15, maybe give it a shot. But for me, I don't know. It's just kind of one of them games. If I'm going to play a fighter like this, I'd rather pop in Mortal Kombat, honestly. But until next time, guys, take it easy. Peace.